We should be live. Yep. We should be live. I'm gonna keep that right there. I'm gonna keep that right there, man. Y'all see I'm back turning up, getting it in with this content. Like I should, you know what I mean? Ain't this the pot? Calling the kettle black. Let me see what's going on, man. Let me see. Put it on live chat. And there that go. All right. So we live, man. Everything good, man. I took a little time off though. I did take a little time off. About a 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, however long y'all didn't see me. I was working on my house. Like I got some stuff going on at the crib that I'm working on. You know what I mean? Trying to get my house together. Am I loud enough though? Can y'all hear me? Because I know sometimes my mic be low. So let me know if I need to turn it up a notch or whatever. But yeah, so I had some stuff going on in my house, finishing my basement and shit like that. But I've been definitely paying attention to everything that's been going on online, man. Like, I didn't touch on some of the stuff that took place, but I didn't miss it. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely was watching and paying attention. But I came back right in time, man. I came back just in time. Because we seen or we heard Munchie B say some of the craziest, you know what I mean, that he could have possibly said online, right? We heard him say some of the craziest stuff that he possibly could have said online, y'all. And we covered it. We covered it. We talked about it. Like, I'm going to be real with y'all. I remember the night that Draco, the ruler, got, his demise or whatever. The videos was floating around. It was crazy. I think I posted some content on that on this channel. I would have to go back and look, but I'm pretty sure I posted content on this channel. I probably posted something on Instagram or whatever. And Draco was somebody that I definitely studied as far as like his rap career, his case or whatever, you know what I mean, and things like that. He would pop up on live streams and I would get it. Now, a lot of people think that the Ruler Report or Mighty the Ruler was like named after Draco the Ruler. And that's kind of why I changed the name of the channel from a Mighty the Ruler to the Ruler Report. Because people was mistaking it, which I was playing on Slick Rick the Ruler. If you look at my logo, it's an old photo that I took from Slick Rick, and I had my graphic design guy put my face on it. You know what I mean? But at the same time, though, I thought that Draco the Ruler was a talent. But with that being said, we knew about certain things he had going on in the streets with certain artists and certain rappers and certain neighborhoods because again, it was posted online. Shout out to Flower Bloom in the chat. Shout out to Raider Forearm. And shout out to Slime Ball TV. Shout out to everybody in the chat, right? But we basically knew who he was into it with and who he wasn't into it with, right? So, with that being said, I did content on Flakko coming out and saying that, he was gonna have some information if the LAPD didn't hurry up and crack this case or whatever was going to happen. He was going to be forced to release it. And during my conversation, first and foremost, I was actually asking questions like, well, damn, Flakko said something about getting the green light. And I was like, damn, who is he getting this green light from to give up this information? Like, who is Flakko talking to? Now, a lot of people, went off of, some of the things he was saying. And we're going to get into some of Flakko's content too, because Flakko did a live stream, or it might have even been like a premiere video with Back on Fig yesterday. So we're going to touch on some of that too, right? But a lot of people were saying, Flakko the police, Flakko is in touch or tapped in with the LAPD. He been talking to him. I was watching the video that I kind of reacted to it yesterday, and we're going to play that too. We're going to be on live. We're going to stream for a while tonight. So anyway, though, you know what I mean? So with that being said, though, you know, I did the video. I did the content. I was just talking about all of that, and I'm asking questions like, where is he getting this information about, like, who the individual actually that did it? Now, true indeed, you know, when stuff happened in your city, when stuff happened where you from, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times you will get that information from the streets. You feel what I'm saying? Like, people, damn, hold on. We just had a little boo-boo. I'm over here messing with stuff. Let me get me back over here real fast. All right, there we go. People will, you know, start to reveal certain things, you know what I mean, in your city or whatever about who did what. You know, that's just the nature of the streets. People talk. You hear whispers about who is supposed to be involved in certain stuff. Well, that's kind of been translating to the internet. So throughout all of this, you know, Draco the ruler, before he got, you know, before his demise, before the incident that happened at the concert, as well as after, a lot of people knew that he was actually into a feud with not only like a well-known city, but actual individuals who were affiliated with certain, you know, fraternities, street fraternities from that particular city or whatever. You know, he had diss songs or diss tracks about that particular city. And we know that Munchie B was one of the people who was the loudest, like actually going at Draco the ruler as well. You know what I mean? So we knew people that was connected to Munchie B, or we knew people that was connected to other individuals or other rappers that he didn't get along with, didn't like Draco the ruler. And when I'm saying these names and when I'm saying these people, I'm not saying that they actually had something to do with it. I'm just saying what is already known on the internet. Not like, and for instance, in a situation where we know nothing about a young man whose body was found on the side of the highway, and then Wack 100 and 600 come to the internet with a recorded conversation speaking to the family, letting everybody know that Big U is under investigation for a body he hadn't even been arrested for. You feel what I'm saying? So during my, you know, conversation, as far as with the Flakko got the plug. So as far as my conversation on the matter, Flakko, you know, he said some things. I don't know. I don't really. I'm gonna go to my video real quick, and we just gonna play exactly what I said, so we can get into why I'm addressing Wack 100. But I'm also gonna play this video that I got up right now that y'all see in the background, where it says "Massive Blood Rico is coming" and all that shit, right? But let me go to my own channel real quick. And so where's the video at? Okay, here it go. So this is a video I put up yesterday, right? And during this video, I read what Flakko posted. And this is what I said. This is what's in question at this particular time. So let's just play this. And don't want another famous rapper to flee. Now, come on, like, we all know. All right, hold on. Let me back it up so y'all can get the full context of what is being said. And a famous LA rapper's demise. My video dropping once I get the green light to name the number one suspect. Like, who are you getting the green light from? He goes on to say the only reason the arrest hasn't happened yet is because they're building a conspiracy and don't want another famous rapper to flee. Now, come on, like, we all know he's insinuating that they're building a conspiracy case against YG. Okay, so I'm not stupid. I know that's what he's saying. Now, some people may have had, you know what I mean, like, all right, well, I wouldn't have said that, one of them type of moments that, like, what they would have or wouldn't have said in that particular scenario. But at the end of the day, nobody, and I mean nobody on God's green earth can tell me that that's not who or what the hell Flakko was talking about. There's nobody that can convince me of that. And there's several different reasons why. One of the reasons, though, the most important reasons is one. I'm not gonna say most important reasons, but We can look over here on the side. I ain't even pulled this video up yet. This was 3 months ago. How YG and Draco the Ruler's beef got deadly. There's so much information on the internet. This how sloppy niggas is, street niggas and whoever be running their mouth, pillow talking, telling people's business, that the shit is all over the internet. So when Wack gets on his live stream today, he calls me out. Let me see. What is it called? The 100 show? All right. The 100 show. Wack calls me out today. And I'm going to try to get to the part where he actually says my name. Shout out to him, though, for saying my name.
See, because if the detectives knew this, and so on and so, they need to rank up. Yeah, y'all see it. And this dude said, we already know the dude he talking about don't want to run is why.
All right, here we go.
Now let's do a recap. We addressed Rick Rock, pulling the Nation of Islam, Malcolm X move, with saying, y'all ain't did nothing. When y'all gonna do something? I'm like, damn, Rock. Shit, you want to do something? Or you want to do something? I didn't want to do nothing to you when you was acting crazy and shit. I ain't did nothing crazy. Then we got the ruler report dude saying, I think Flakko's getting his information from Wack.
Well, actually, what I said was we know in the past that Flakko has gotten street information from you. You've actually said that you've handed Flakko information in the past as well. I gave this information to Flakko. Flakko about to run the content. So you can't run from shit that came out your mouth. And let's keep going, though.
Flakko told you he online with the po-po.
That ain't got nothing to do with what I said, though. I said we know that Wack 100 has given Flakko information in the past, as well as at this point, I believe it's a street nigga that's giving Flakko information on this Draco the Ruler case, because how else would he know who allegedly did it? I don't give a fuck if he's talking to the police. I believe that Flakko got the information on who did whatever to Draco the Ruler, who he thinks did it to Draco the Ruler, and he told the police that's who did it. I don't believe that the police just told Flakko, this is our suspect. This is who we're looking at, Mr. Jala. But just don't say nothing. We don't want nobody. Why would the police... Listen to this. I don't know how stupid Wack think somebody is, but I'm nowhere near dumb. Never been dumb. Never been told I was stupid. You know what I mean? None of that, right? I'm smart as hell. Why, in what case have other besides somebody talking to the family? You know what I mean? Somebody talking to like Draco the Ruler's family or a family of a victim of a situation like Draco the Ruler. When has the police ever given a YouTuber all the details on an investigation on an unsolved homie? Y'all tell me that. There's no way in hell the LAPD, in my mind, there's no way in hell you can convince me to believe until I see it that the LAPD sat down or got on a phone call with Frederick Jala and gave him accurate details, accurate descriptions, and the identity of the individual who not only took out Draco the Ruler, but as well as the other people who conspired to help take Draco the Ruler out. I might be wrong. I might be wrong. Wack, you can't think I'm that motherfucking stupid. You can't think I'm that dumb. You can't think I'm that dumb. Let's keep going. Who did this nigga? Man.
And Ruler report. I hate to say it. You like Munchie C. You went on there and Rick Rock kept it real. You went on there and said, we know the rapper that they talking about they don't want to run is YG. How we know that?
Because it's 1,000 videos on YouTube putting YG's name in this situation. We ain't stupid. We watch YouTube. The same way you claim that the lady who gave you the information about her son or her brother, whoever you talked to, and you put that out about Big U, and then you turn around and say it was already on the internet. Well, nigga, the YG conversation has been on the internet since the day that Draco the ruler passed away. Now, maybe I live in a different world than this guy right here. But like I said, I'm far from dumb. I'm highly intelligent. There's no way that you can say what I said compares to Munchie B saying I passed bottles and drink with the dude who did it to Draco the ruler. Nah, I'm just saying we know who Flakko talking about. We know who he's insinuating that this individual YG has something to do with this. I didn't say YG has something to do with that, and that's who Flakko. So we trying to draw a narrative. It's not gonna work, but hey, I'm here. You said my name. I'm answering your call. I'm here talking about I'm running your name every day. Stay out of the algorithm then. You feel what I'm saying? So we got him, first of all, misquoting me as usual, saying that I said he gave Flakko the information on Draco the ruler. Nah, nigga. But I did point out that I was pointing out that y'all niggas that claim that y'all street that's on the internet be giving this civilian who ain't got a gangster bone in his body street information to bring to the internet and actually run content on street niggas. That's what you do. I'm never sitting up with a civilian giving him street intel, street information for him to go on the internet and repeat it and run the content. If I want to say something, I'm going to say it myself. I don't got to hide, throw a rock and hide my hand. Whatever I want to say, I'm going to say it. I'm a straight shooter. Straight shooter. And anything I say on this mic, on this internet, on this YouTube, I'm going to stand on it. I ain't going to make no excuses about it. Oh yeah, I said it. This is why I said it. And people can see it clear as day. The ruler gang, the people in my chat, the people that follows my page, they would have been the first motherfuckers to call me out if I said something crazy. And then you tried to make it like Rick Rock said something crazy. Man, me and Rick Rock, we got a cool rapport. We don't necessarily know each other in person, but we've been cordial through social media. What Rick Rock said was, ruler report, now that's my boy. And he good at what he do. But he said, but Flakko didn't mention YG's name in that. And he didn't. So I can't even get mad at what Compton Rick Rock said. All I can do is say, well, this is why I said that. Based upon all of the other shit that I'm seeing on the internet. But, or the title, even just the titles of the videos. But let's keep going and see what this cornball talking about.
We ain't heard YG name tied to running or conspiring. Ruler report. What you know? Who you talking to? You said that. Y'all going over there to Rick Rock channel. He just dropped it, did a little whatever he did. Y'all see it. And this dude said, we already know the dude he talking about don't want to run is YG.
You damn right I said that.
How we know that? How you throwing YG name up in there?
How I know that? All right, cool. We can stop right there. So let's go to Exhibit A. We're gonna stop right there. Let's go to Exhibit A. Shout out to King AK-47. He dropped a bombshell. This video right here crazy, but I'm gonna go further than this video. But let's start with this video.
There's only one person y'all can blame for this video coming out. There's only one person y'all can blame for multiple videos that's going to come out from other content creators like Poetic Flakko. And there's only one reason and one person y'all can blame for the reason why we even talking about the Draco the Ruler death and why YG is going to end up spending the rest of his life in prison with some accomplice in the gang, blood gang Rico, in conspiracy to commit murder.
I didn't even go that far. I didn't even go as far as King AK-47. Shout out to my 216 niggas. I didn't even go that far. I just said we know that Flakko was talking about YG when he said another famous rapper. King AK didn't put a whole listen, he didn't watch this video, man. This video crazy.
Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. I'm not gonna go all the way in detail. I believe Flakko up to do that. But we was on live last night and we was talking about the situation and hell, all the evidence was already out there. So I said I'm gonna just put it in video form and show y'all what's going on. Now, if y'all don't know, Draco the Ruler was a West Coast artist that lost his life. He was stabbed in the neck backstage at a show, concert basically. And as soon as he died, eyewitnesses, everybody and their mama just started blaming YG. YG this, YG that, YG this, YG that. So bad that a post had got posted that accused YG of working with the feds because they have no idea how YG was free this long. They said LA police know about this. The whole damn California know about this. So let's dive in a little bit and see what we got going on here. This is the man who I say is to blame for everything that's going on right now. This is a guy named Munchie B. I guess he's a blind blood from California. He went on Clubhouse and he got to saying some crazy stuff. Check it out.
The nigga Draco was all on Adam shit, right? Talking about this nigga and all that.
Man,
right?
Draco is dead, bro. What are we talking about? Don't make me disrespect him.
Hold on, homie.
Hey, bro, look. Hold on. Hey, you know Draco shit used to be on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Hold
on. You know Draco shit was on the table and ain't there no more, right?
Me doing, hey, dude.
Hold on. You do know I did. I said fuck Draco and his brother worked there on Friday. You know on there every Tuesday, right? Shut your dumb ass up, bro. You sound, hey, bro. Hey, Draco is dead, bro. Hey, bro.
Weird.
Bro, the nigga that killed Draco, I passed the bottle back and forth to him all the time. What are we talking about?
This weird ass nigga Wack tried to say what I said was just like what Munchie, he called him Munchie C, but I ain't gonna, disrespect Munchie like that or whatever, even though I don't agree with what Munchie just said right there. But he gonna try to say what I said was the same as what we just heard Munchie B said. Weird ass nigga, man. You can't run no fake narratives over here, man. And nigga. The majority of the people on the internet don't even believe nothing you say any motherfucking way.
Shut the fuck up, bro. You sound dumb. Hey, bro, stop bringing up on. Stop talking about LA shit you don't know nothing about. Draco is gone.
Transgender because I do content with Wack 100. I ask some questions.
Draco is dead, bro. Draco is dead, bro. Why are you talking about that nigga?
Hey, bro, you heard what I just said, right?
Draco put 50 on a blind nigga and he's dead. Why are you talking about him?
Stop.
Draco work at No Jumper and I do too. His brother dead and I'm there.
Munchie B is accusing Draco the Ruler of putting 50 bands on his head before his demise. And weird ass Wack gonna say that what I said is just as bad as what Munchie said on here. Man, you gotta be out your goddamn mind, man.
What are you talking?
Now, what the hell on earth made that man go to Clubhouse, National Clubhouse, y'all, and say he passes the bottle back and forth with Draco the Ruler's killer every day? Went up there, got the run in his mouth. This is a blood now. This is the big blood, Munchie B, work for No Jump. This is why but anyway, so after that, Poetic Flakko basically dropped, and he said he knew who the killer was, and now we not gonna get that far in it. I'm gonna say that to Flakko. I ain't gonna warn what he got going on, but and LAPD got a month, just wild, but LAPD got a month. They're dragging their feet, and they know who did it, and he know too, and he gonna drop the content on it, right? So that dropped. Then No Jumper had Munchie B up there. Munchie B was basically calling Flakko the police, but he looked it real bad up there, y'all. He looked it like a dude that was sitting there like, man, it's all my fault, man. I should have just shut it up. So, what do we have here? Flakko basically said that a prominent rapper, is going to get a blood gang RICO of conspiracy to commit murder. And the killer or police know who it is, and basically just time coming. So, since Flakko made that video and I got a little knowledge on what's going on, I decided we're going to make this video. Now, the person that a lot of people are speculating Munchie B was talking about is this guy right here.
This dude right here name is Baby Dot. Now, Baby Dot is also a blood. If you see him, he right next to Munchie B. And I'm not going to go into details on what gang he in and why he had the reason to do it. All I know is one of his homies just got spanked not too long ago, and they said it was in retaliation for what happened. So this is the dude that everybody's assuming Munchie was talking about, and his ass is a suspect.
Now listen, I'm gonna tell y'all what's crazy about him showing this picture. Let me see. Instagram. Hold on. Let me see, cause I seen that picture of that same dude. Like, let me see. Let me see. What it wasn't on here. Was it the no jumper curse? No jumper curse. The curse of no jumper. I believe it was this. Ah, man. Look. Now this is what's crazy. I seen this post yesterday. I had no idea what it was, and the dude, like whoever the no jumper curse is, they didn't even put a caption on this. Now people was like, what does this mean? I'm like, well shit, let me go look and see. He said, stay tuned. Listen, Wack talking about, who are you talking to? Who does he know? I don't have to know nobody. The people from I ain't gonna say your city because you ain't from LA. I guess they say you, wherever you from, I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, the people from that area, the people from your area, the people from where you from, they gotta be posting this shit. Cause how would people from out of town know who these people is? Like I said, I had no idea who these are. I remember this. I remember this interview with Alex Alonso, but I had no idea who this individual was and why this post went up until I watched this video that we watching right now and what we reacted to. Let me just back it up just a little bit and see what King AK is saying.
He was talking about is this guy right here.
This dude right here name is Baby Dot. Now, Baby Dot is also a blood. If you see him, he right next to Munchie B. And I'm not going to go into details on what gang he in and why he had the reason to do it. All I know is one of his homies just got spanked not too long ago, and they said it was in retaliation for what happened. So this is the dude that everybody's assuming Munchie was talking about, and his ass is a suspect. He's a suspect. He's one of them. We're going to label 4 people, just 4 out of all of them. But Baby Dot, yeah, if I was you, I wouldn't be too happy at Munchie B right now. I'd tell Munchie B shut the hell up, but I think it's a little too late. So Munchie, the reason why Baby Dot name all around right now is because of you. Next, we have CK Chief.
Another nigga, listen. He asked me, why did I say YG? Where did I get my information from? I could have said a lot of shit that I'm not saying. I'm letting King AK say it. It's on the internet. King AK is from Cleveland. He's not from LA. He covers Chicago content for the most part. So he got this information. Man, listen. Don't ask me no damn questions. This ain't like I said, this ain't like the football player on the side of the highway. Nobody knew about Big U being associated with it and all that shit and Marley Marl and all that. Listen, This shit, it's on the internet. So of course, when I hear Flakko say a famous rapper, first thing that came out my mind was, oh, he's talking about YG. And the people that's following this case have been watching all of these videos, including Trap Lord Ross's video, who nobody called out for his shit, said YG's name as well.
Once again, I will not go into his gang affiliation or none of that, but he's also one of them Bloods, and he's another suspect. Both them dudes were on the scene of Draco the Ruler getting murdered. We're going to talk about a little clip that, went viral. Basically, one of Draco the Ruler homies snitching anyway on everything that happened and who did what and anything. So, this guy right here too, those are the two main accusers of one of them fatally stabbed, and it's another one, but I'm not going to bring his name up for certain reasons, but this dude too. Then you got this dude who really is the main source of all this. He's been accused of working with the venue, set up the venue. He made it to where Draco the Ruler homies couldn't defend themselves, and he supplied the actual attackers of Draco the Ruler with knives. The main setup middleman, this guy right here.
Niggas is going to jail, man. It's over. Like, listen, when Flakko said, no. Because I'm not gonna blame this on Flakko, and I never blamed it on Flakko. I blamed it on Munchie B for running his mouth. What I said in my video was, because this is how we got to where we at really right now, by Munchie B saying, I sit next to the dude and pass him bottles every day, the dude that took Draco the Ruler out, regardless if Munchie B was lying or not. It opened the door for all of these content creators to begin to talk about this case. You have Flakko come out, and with Flakko coming out, then you got more people coming out and more people doing content and more people starting to talk about what they know. It's on the flow. It's on the flow at this point. It's not Flakko's fault. You gotta listen. We gotta take it back to where I like Munchie B's content. I think Munchie B gets drunk and says shit that he should not say a lot of times. A lot of times when Munchie get drunk, things come out of his mouth that's, you know what I mean? Not for TV, not for YouTube. This is Munchie B's fault. I'm talking about the conversation that's being had on social media. Right? Nobody was talking about Draco the Ruler like that. I mean, even Trap Lord Ross, he did the video that it got like almost 250,000 views or whatever, 240,000 views or whatever. But at the end of the day, nobody, all of his shit do that. Nobody really was talking about it like that though. Munchie B saying what he said has ignited this conversation. And I've seen it in the past. Once the internet start talking about it, once the internet start naming names, just like in the Dirt case, arrests are soon to follow. But Weird 100, don't you ever in your life try to say that me saying YG's name, insinuating it like I was on some police type of time, when we can I don't even got enough. If I wrote down all the times on the internet that you did some police shit, hell, we have a stack of my fucking papers where I can be like, yeah, you shouldn't have said this, or I wouldn't have said this, or I wouldn't have said that, I wouldn't have said that, we wouldn't have said that. Nah, street niggas don't say shit like that. And then you try to make it like what I said was comparable to what Munchie B said. You got me fucked up. Now, Munchie B saying that, this nigga, King AK, got a whole lineup. He got a whole lineup of Munchie B shit right now. Let me take this Instagram off. He got a whole lineup of Munchie B niggas and people that's cool or whoever has. They putting together the whole damn case. They saying this man had the X, Y, and Z. And you want to know where I got the information from? That little shit I said?
His name is Gloves. He's also a Blood. Not going to get into his exact affiliation. But he's YG's homie, lover, friend, and bodyguard. This motherfucker right here, toast. Then you have YG himself. I don't think Flakko is lying. I talked to close people who always kept me updated to this that yeah, it's been in the air for a while now that YG know it's just a matter of time. He plotted and planned the murder of Draco the Ruler that happened that night. And he used his security guard, and also he was one of the attackers. So y'all could all blame Munchie.
And I said too much. Listen, how did I'm gonna ask you? I'm gonna ask a similar question that Wack asked me to King AK. I mean, we damn. And I'm not saying that King AK is talking to the police or nothing, but if King AK was able to sit at his home on the east side of Cleveland or wherever he's, I'm just saying, I'm just being facetious, but if he's able to sit in his home in Cleveland, believe land, and come up with all of this information, it got to be on the internet. It got to be people talking. It got to be people inboxing and DMing people and giving them information, or like they see you covering some shit. Like, all right, well, shit, I got some more information on that. Hey, you should have said this. Or did you know this? It happened all the time. Like, come on, man. Like, let's not play a game. Flakko said what he said, and he damn sure was talking about YG. Like, it is what it is. I'll say it again. And this is why I believe, this is one of the many reasons why I say that I believe that he was talking about YG. God damn it.
Munchie B for why this is all popping up, but this is called content. And Munchie B did it for content, and he bought all this back out. But it's one thing we got to review, too. Let's get right to it. You gangbangers, internet bangers can say whatever you want to say. Call me a snitch. Call me a police officer. I don't care. I'm going to tell you guys the truth about the Draco the Ruler murder.
Listen to this shit.
There are a lot of misconceptions about who has something to do with Draco's the Ruler situation. Draco had the whole city of Inglewood pressured up to the point where they had to click up with 3 different blood sets just to get them out the way. Black P Stones, Bloodstone Villains, Treetop Haru, YG and Gloves are the main people who set up the whole attack. Gloves is YG's bodyguard and YG's right hand. He pretty much always with YG at every show or venue. They went out their way to attack Draco.
I wouldn't go this far. This is like crazy as fuck. Like that this is on the internet, but I had to listen. I normally wouldn't even react it to King AK's videos because I don't know if King AK's videos is reaction friendly. So I would have never reacted to it. But I was flicking through YouTube. I think I came across Rich Trapper's video. He was reacting to it or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Wack just tried to call me out because I wasn't even going to respond to Wack at first. Wack just tried to call me out and ask me, how did I get the information? Where am I getting the information from? You big dummy, it's all over the internet. I'm going to start using your words, bozo. It's on the internet.
And his crew with 113 Bloods, and some of them had knives too. Security got paid or were in on it. They were on YG and Gloves' side. Security at the concert made sure that Draco and his crew wouldn't be able to protect themselves. Gloves was the one handing out knives to the Bloods who attacked Draco and his crew. YG was also attacking Draco and his crew. YG was in the front wearing an all-black fit with a ski mask and black pants with red stripes. That was YG. YG has a strange posture. He has very long arms and a hunched over posture, and he walks in a certain way. If you look at the stage performance or videos of him walking outside, then you'll understand what I mean. Baby Stone Gorillas was there too. One of their homies called CK Chief himself from Black P Stones was literally attacking Draco too. He has long dreads. He was wearing a Cardinals jacket and St. Louis hat, and he was pointing at Drake.
If I was a betting man, I'm just saying, like, above and beyond all that bullshit Wack talking about, these niggas is cooked. Never in a million years would I imagine like so much shit would be like dissected and talked about and put on social media the way that it is. Like, okay, we can, and I see people in the chat saying, like, you know what I mean? King AK is wrong, or he shouldn't be reporting on this or whatever. And I'm not going to say y'all wrong for saying that. But we got to place blame where this shit begins at. We got to place the blame, like even the people that's mad at Flakko. We got to place the blame on the people who's giving Flakko the information. And the hell with what Wack 100 saying, I don't for 1 minute believe that the LAPD is sitting down with Flakko telling him who did what, unless Flakko is either providing them some information or Flakko worked for the LAPD. Other than that, and I don't believe that Flakko works for the LAPD, right? So we got to blame the person that's giving Flakko the information who's not law enforcement. We got to blame the Munchie B type shit for him even saying the shit and bringing a light to this. Even though, like I said, I fuck with Munchie's content. So this ain't no shot at Munchie. I'm just saying what was said shouldn't have been said because you directly connected to the people that they trying to associate with the demise of Draco. So you shouldn't want to even have no type of conversation, no type of Draco conversation whatsoever. If I'm Munchie when they bring up Draco, I ain't really saying too much unless we talking about his music. Or some old shit. As far as anything dealing with that, I'm not even speaking on that night. Nah, I'm going to respect him. I ain't going to speak on that night. That man ain't here no more. You know what I mean? Condolences to his family. Whatever you want to say, right? Or don't say nothing. Including this, whoever this Debo239 that King AK reading this from. You know what I mean? We got to place blame with them. Although people saying King AK shouldn't be reading this. The Debo, it shouldn't even be on the internet for him to read it. You get where I'm going?
Go in the footage of the fight. If you watch the footage of that night, you'll see him in the front. Everyone in the city knew YG and Draco had beef in the video.
So I want to read one of my chats because I'm not disagreeing with you, Droovy. I'm definitely not disagreeing with you, right? Droovy said you made a good comment. You know I fuck with you. Droovy said just because there is information out there don't mean you got to report on it. Damn, have some self-control. I guess content is worth a nigga going to jail. I totally agree with what you saying. I don't disagree with you at all. But knowing that there's people out here who put content over morality, people got to be careful about what they place online. Because somebody will take what you place online and exploit it for their own monetary gain. And even if they're not making money off of it, they will exploit it just for views. The weird dude do it all the time. You know what I mean? Like, so I get what you saying. I'm not disagreeing with you at all, bruh. I'm not. Somebody else said blame Munchie for what? Because he said pass the bottle with the fool who put Draco in the dirt. Obviously, all this on the internet, King Snitch, AK, the police know already. I'll agree with you too, G Mac. But at the same time, if Munchie B is really passing the drink to the person who really has something to do with this, we got to say that that's irresponsible as well. I'm not calling Munchie B a rat or a snitch for saying that. I'm just saying it was irresponsible to even say that. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all I'm saying on that. So I really ain't disagreeing with none of my chat right now. For real. Like y'all actually making some good points. Y'all making some good comments. But I also believe that we also got to place the blame on the people that actually place the shit on the internet for people like King AK and other people to take it and talk about it and exploit it.
You can see someone wearing YG's 400 merch. Pretty much every clue or trail leads to YG. The people who attacked Draco were wearing mainly red clothes. Multiple eyewitnesses say they saw YG and claimed YG had something to do with it. Multiple people said once YG entered the venue, everything popped off. Everyone on the internet immediately mentioned YG name after the situation, and even one of Draco's friends insinuated that YG has something to do with it. I believe YG works with LAPD or has close connections to them. There's no way he got away with this when pretty much every clue or trail leads to him. YG and Gloves never got interrogated or arrested. None of the members of Black P Stones or Bloodstone Gorillas or the Bloodstone Villains or Treetop Harus arrested or interrogated in regards to the Draco situation.
Now, that post basically was confirmed to be one of Draco the Ruler homies, because to know those type of details, you had to be either the attackers or the defenders. And ain't no attackers tell on themselves. So, you know, it was a guy highlighted, I won't say his name. It was a few guys, actually, and everybody just basically believed that post came from one of them that was on Draco the Ruler side. Now, YG is going to jail. This is something that, you know, been...
This nigga AK trips. AK you trip. I mean, hey, it is what it is. You say what you want to say. You got to deal with, you know, who shot John. That's on you, man. Like, some people cover the content the way they cover it. You know what I'm saying? I try to, you know, y'all know I walk a thin line on this content, man. Y'all know I try to be unbiased, but I try to give a strong, hard opinion on a lot of different stuff, man, because that's what the Ruler Gang require of me, to give a strong, hard opinion and don't pussyfoot around with certain conversations and certain topics. Speak on it, tell the truth, and call people out for the bullshit. It don't matter who it is, you know what I mean? And I use what come out of people's mouth. At this point, the weird dude tried to use what came out of my mouth, and, like, you know, epic fail, my nigga, epic fail.
Looming. Gloves and security going to jail too. Wack, all them dudes that I mentioned. And one of them dudes that I mentioned killed Draco. I did say I wasn't going to bring one more name up, but I let Flakko really bring out to y'all who it is, since he know who it is. I'm not going to say that. And we could blame Munchie B for this. Like, this is what you get when you a full-blown gangbanger and you get your ass on the internet for absolutely no reason, and you want to talk tough and come to the defense. You didn't even have to say none of this, bro. None of this would be even happening right now if you didn't say nothing, brother. So, it's looking bad, man. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video. It looked like Draco the Ruler about to have justice soon, man. According to Flakko, he said he basically talked to the police and the police know. Nah, I will always be on the side of fuck the police. Nigga, there's ways to get info and shit from the streets, like I've been doing my whole life. But Flakko is a civilian. He can do what he want to do. He said he gonna drop it and expose it. Hopefully this video force him to drop it and expose it a little sooner. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like, subscribe to the channel, and share this video. King AK47, voice of the street.
All right, shout out to, him, you know what I mean, for the content or whatever we reacted to. Yeah, so with that being said, I mean, it's a lot of content out there about this whole YG situation. I mean, like I said, we got this video right here that kind of breaks down the entire beef between YG and Draco the Ruler. I'm gonna stop, but let me just, like, let's kind of hit the like button. Let's kind of take this all in, though. What King AK just did in that video. I mean, at this point, I don't know what Flakko gonna put out, but at this point, King AK just said some of the most, like, made some of the most wildest accusations in this whole entire conversation. That's the first time, I mean, unless there's other videos, though, that's the first time that I've seen people come out and, like, name people that was allegedly involved in the Draco the Ruler situation. Gave details about why certain people was going to be indicted. Gave details about what certain people's involvement was in the night that Draco the Ruler passed. Like, I think when people get hold of King AK's video, man, and they really start reacting to that, he gonna get some blow. He definitely probably gonna get some blowback for that, man. But you know, like I said, it's on the internet, and when people put stuff on the internet, you know, some of these content creators feel like it's fair game. Now, there are certain things that I will talk about if it hits the internet that I may know prior to it hitting the internet when I didn't want to talk about it. So if other people was talking about it, then I may react to or do commentary on it. But some of the stuff he just said, unless it's in like them Reddit posts or some shit like that, I wasn't privy to none of that information, man. Yeah, it's 400 people here, man. We got 79 likes. Let me get like 21 more likes. Get them likes up to 100, man. We gonna run through this though, man. Somebody said this all comes from Wack, and that's crazy because Wack insinuated, like I said, that he had something to do with the information that Poetic Flakko had, because I said that we know that Wack has given Flakko information in the past, but I never said that Wack gave him any information on this Draco the Ruler case, which got me looking at Wack like, now since you insinuating that and you thought that that's what I said, did you give Flakko some information to actually create content about the YG, and I mean not the YG, but the Draco the Ruler situation? You know what I mean? Because I never said that in my video yet. You accused me of saying that you did give him information. Wack got selected. I'm starting to think that Wack is slow. Like, he be talking about how smart he is, but I am starting to think that Wack is slow, because every time Wack tries to quote what I said in my videos about him, he always gets it twisted up into what I said, or unless he's trying to create a narrative out of what I said. Either way, he's slow as fuck.
On February the 16th, 2021, Stink Team rapper Ketchy the Great dies after being hit by a car in a freak accident on Pacific Coast Highway.
Pacific Coast Highway in Pacific Palisades has reopened this morning after a deadly crash there. A person was fatally struck by a vehicle in the area of PCH and Porto Marina Way shortly before 11 o'clock last night. Sky 2 was over the investigation outside of the closed restaurant Sidewalk Cafe. One car involved in the crash drove off the road and onto the beach. The identity of the victim has not been released.
Draco mourned the loss of his close friend and collaborator on Twitter, as did many other titans of the rap media game. But soon Draco would take to IG Live to make sure the world knew that Ketchy's death was an accident unrelated to the ongoing beef.
He got hit by a car, bro. But you know how these don't get. No, that didn't happen, bro. That didn't happen, bro. It's on the news, bro. It's on the shit, bro. Got hit by a car by some pedestrians. Nah, you know they finna start, though. Finna be popping it like doing something that didn't happen. You know how these be. You want to claim bodies that they ain't do.
And it seemed as if Draco was right, because soon after this, the likes of Lil Deuce was on Twitter celebrating Ketchy's death, even going as far as to drop his exact location for anybody looking for him after those tweets. Draco would clap back on Twitter, calling anybody disrespecting Ketchy a homophobic slur, as well as going on IG saying that anybody that's cool with Inglewood is a target for his team, even if they're not from LA.
Any you hang with them, if you from out of town, you hang with, if you getting chipped to, straight up. All that playing shit. I just talked about this shit the other day, bro. It's talking about I don't be tripping up coming out here and with niggas I don't give a where you from. I don't give a if you're from Alaska, none of that shit. You getting chipped. I don't care where you from, Texas, any of that shit. You could be from the Bay, Sacramento. You come out here, you getting chipped.
Despite the devastating death of Ketchy, Draco would go on to have a successful rollout that month of his Truth Hurts mixtape and his Drake collaboration. But things would heat up once again on March the 8th, 2021, when No Jumper released a new interview with YG, where he introduces members of his 400 record label. And during the interview, YG appeared to have a few choice words for Draco without naming him specifically, explaining that his crew don't do rap beefs, and saying that if they're in a street beef, it's for real, and his goons are really gonna get you.
I'm not finna be going out there doing no rap diss and shit, cause like, If it's smoke, it's really smoke with us. We ain't playing. All that rap beef and all that shit, we not rap beefing, we really beefing. The homies gonna get you.
This appeared to be a bold threat, and naturally...
But I just came out of nowhere with the YG situation. I'm playing all of this just kind of point out like where these narratives come from online and why the first thought in my mind when Flakko said a famous rapper, I believe, and I still believe that he's talking about YG. Here we go again.
It didn't take Draco long to clap back. 3 days later, on March the 11th, 2021, Draco reacts to Adam22 doing the YG interview by previewing a song on IG Live, with lyrics that say a rapper will get Swiss cheesed, i.e. shot, if he does one more thing, I assume referring to YG. Draco also goes on to post numerous IG stories referring to YG directly, reposting a story that YG put up, congratulating Bobby Shmurda for getting out of jail, with a caption saying people will congratulate somebody getting out of jail from out of town, but hate when somebody gets out of jail in their own city. Draco would then suggest that he wasn't the only person who'd realised this, then posting that he's happy that Bobby got out of jail, before absurdly suggesting that the Stink team had started a trend of people getting out of jail. Draco would then turn his attention back to YG, saying that he's not going to let someone acting tough stop him from progressing his career, suggesting that YG didn't help the up-and-comers in LA with their careers, so now Draco's got to do it. Draco then tells YG publicly to unfollow him on Instagram, sort of a humble brag to let the world know that YG is still following him. A week after that, Draco goes live on Instagram, dissing YG again, as well as Snoop Dogg and Boosie for not being independent and not beating charges as bad as the ones he beat.
I said what I said. Just keep tagging all that. First of all, just keep saying all this. Oh, what about Kenny? What about YG? Not independent. What about Snoop Dogg? He beat a murder, not the death penalty. What about this? What about Lil Boosie? He beat one murder. I beat one murder. Attention, nigga. Conspiracy. Yeah. Ain't getting no money from their music. Stop comparing me to that's broken, scary, and want to break it down when I see him. Niggas know what time it is. Shit open up in April, so all that tough ass shit, you see me, niggas know what it is.
Man, this during that pandemic time, man. Like, listen, I was tapped in. I was actually watching these Draco the Ruler like lives and reels. I don't know if they was called reels back then or not, but I was tapped in on a lot of this shit, man, and it was actually going up, man. And like the same way that Trap Lord Ross is going from one like person's post to the next, I was damn near doing the same thing. Like, oh yeah, he talking about, oh, this is what he, and the blogs was picking it up too. Like, man, this shit ain't no secret. It wasn't no secret that him and YG didn't get along. It ain't no secret that YG name was up in this Draco the Ruler shit. Like, this ain't no secret when you ask him where I get the information from. Social media, nigga. Or social media, like my nigga Young Hefe said.
Like they don't see the Don riding around LA. What's wrong with you?
Clearly Draco was eager to disrespect his ops, but after the loss of his close friend Ketchy the Great, his enemies wanted to do the same thing right back to him. The following month, on April the 9th, 2021, Inglewood-affiliated rapper Ice Water Rock drops a Draco and Ketchy diss song called Ketchy Pack, a song primarily focused on mocking Ketchy the Great's death and showing utmost disrespect by driving over tomato ketchup packets in his lowrider and spilling ketchup on the ground. But while the ops were going low, Draco was going high, because a week after that incredibly disrespectful Ketchy diss song dropped, Draco went mainstream, with his feature on Saweetie's song Risky releasing, giving Draco the chance to showcase his talent to a much more mainstream pop audience. Sadly, Draco's style wasn't necessarily what the mainstream was looking for, with many commenters not entirely happy with Draco's performance on the track. But that didn't matter, because Draco was an independent artist, and the last thing he cared about was impressing a mainstream audience. And so 3 days after that, he would go on to drop a much more independent release, a collab album with his brother Ralphie the Plug titled A Cold Day in Hell. This included more disrespectful songs aimed at his ops like Just Retire, where he says, "I'm the reason that all your homies are dying. The only way I see us having it is my way. He's never coming back and that's that, just retire." Then on May the 6th, the Long Live the Greatest music video drops, where we see Draco paying his respects to Ketchy, with the music video showing Ketchy's funeral in great detail, along with documentary footage of the Stink team attending the ceremony. From here, Draco would continue to be active in the rap scene, making big moves, being seen on May the 13th, 2021, hanging out with Drake after the successful release of their collab.
Yeah.
My big dog, man.
Yeah, you know what's going on.
Two Drakes, man.
Yeah,
So,
that boy.
they can't stop it, man.
Yeah.
They can't stop two
That
Drakes,
boy.
man. Big Drakes on.
Yeah.
Then on May the 22nd, Draco would be seen on social media playing a Frosty song and celebrating him being out of jail.
I remember people asking, like, why didn't YG, like, you know, like, say more in defense of Drake during the Kendrick Lamar beef and shit. And a lot of people pointed to that situation where Drake actually, was doing songs with his top op, you know what I mean? With Draco the Ruler as a reason to why he never spoke up or spoke out for Drake during the beef.
Assume doing what YG was supposed to do.
Yeah, man, welcome home, man. I need some help.
Ultimately, Draco's fake positivity towards his ops would have its limits. And soon, some of Draco's enemies would end up doing something so offensive, they would offend the whole of Los Angeles. At the end of May 2021, another Inglewood blood, who was known to socialize with Frosty by the name of Baby Capone, would deface the mural of Nipsey Hussle outside of his Marathon clothing store where he lost his life, tagging IFGB and his own name over Nipsey's face, much to the disappointment of locals with the utmost love and respect for Nipsey.
Capone, Capone. Yeah. Wall banging Capone, okay. Yeah.
After the incident, Capone would go live with another blood from his hood by the name of Indian Red Boy, laughing about the incident, dissing other hoods, and claiming to be 6OK or rolling 60s killers.
Yeah. You know what's going on, dead on me. You know what's going on, bitch, dead on me. You know what's going on, bitch. Stop playing with us, bitch.
Not long after this went down, Draco himself would come out to diss Baby Capone and the whole of Inglewood, telling the world that these are the people that he's beefing with.
These are the people that don't like me, bro. These are the people that don't like me. These are the type of people that they are. Oh, you just over-exaggerating. All right, now you see. The same I've been telling these was hoes. I've been telling, bro.
This whole beef with them was actually like well documented by Draco himself. Draco did more posting about this situation than anybody else did. Like, Draco spoke on this more than, like, YG really wasn't speaking on this shit like that. Draco was the one that was really, like, popping it on the internet.
Now, you want to wait for now? Want to wait till cross Nipsey face out and do all this on the wall? These hoes, I've been saying this from the jump.
Wow.
Yeah, bet all y'all dumbass look stupid as a mother. Now, y'all wanted to group up and click up with it and all that to go against me.
Then on June the 1st, Draco goes live telling his followers that his ops don't last long and that they should check the scoreboard.
They don't make it too long, though. They either end up dying or like catching something or like... Woo! Scoreboard! Scoreboard! I'm done. The scoreboard is crazy.
Draco clearly had the ops in Inglewood on his mind during this period. On June the 11th, he goes live on IG once again, this time with a pinned comment saying who wants to fight Draco from Inglewood. And during that live, Draco says he never lost a fight in jail, going on to say the Stinks beat up Inglewood in prison, even Red Bull specifically.
Inglewood versus Stink Team? Yeah. We know that no wins. Dead homies, beating the shit out. Yeah. Ask everyone in the county jail. This rap shit on the dead homies. County jail, no wins on none of the homies. Dead homies. Yeah, catch up, Mel, slap, hang out. My brother knocked J Bird out. Yeah, what? Red Bull beat his ass. Talking about Seven Flame beat his ass. Dead homie. Yeah, no win. Oh, the rap cat asked him, bro, about fights in the county jail. No wins. Dead homies. I beat the shit out of Solo on the dead homies. No wins on none of them homies. Catch up. Beat the shit out. No good. Black eyes. Couldn't even open his eyes. Ask that don't get along with they steal bloods. Ask them the real stories. Dead homies. No wins on none of my homies.
Draco goes on to say that he's even going to beat up his ops and their security at Rolling Loud, and that he loves fighting so much he doesn't need a gun.
Let's see if you got all that tough shit when we do this Rolling Loud on the dead homies, because you just can't fight. We're going to beat the shit out you. We come to jail. Y'all don't come to jail. Dead homies fighting is nothing. So we're going to see when it's Rolling Loud and ain't no guns and all that, when we beating the shit out of y'all and y'all security. Why we even talking about fighting? Fighting is fun, though. But nah, we ain't doing no fighting. Unless we getting paid. We can get paid. We get paid off the fighting. I'll beat his ass at the 8 p.m.
Draco goes on to say that he will knock out AZ Chike, and that when his ops beef him, their OGs get so scared they have to warn everybody that the stink team might actually pull up to their hood and shoot people.
Why he even comment on Ralphie shit on the dead homie? He gonna go to
His nose fat too.
bro, he gonna go Chike, bro. Who? Chike, bro. He's gonna go to sleep the first 2 seconds. Dead homie. That's why he quiet when he popping that shit. He's be in the background like, hey, bro, don't do that, bro. Gonna really come over here and shoot one of them homies in the face. Dead homie.
Despite being out of jail for months at this point, Draco still seemed obsessed with jailhouse politics, going live again around 8 days later on June the 19th, alongside Ralphie, speaking publicly on fights that they had with Inglewood members whilst in jail.
That guy in the ring with me left out bad, no cap. Since I was like 11 years old, that guy in the ring with me left out bad.
They don't like bringing up that part. Jay-Bird, he was asleep.
Oh yeah, went to sleep in the cell. He thought he was big and all might doing all them push-ups. He got up in the ring and said, ooh, oh, what?
Yeah, Red Bull.
They don't like to tell the stories how their homies got their ass beat. They got too many. All victorious victories.
Beat the shit out of Solo. Nigga.
What? Put him out.
Draco then begins to tell everybody that AZ Chike apparently only joined the Bloods at age 25.
Cause you gangbang, you a bitch. You bitch. You don't want to tell this bitch you got put on at 25.
A few days later, on June the 23rd, 2021, Draco goes live again, bragging about the assortment of cars that he brought when he got out of jail.
You see how I came, soon as you get out, Double R, Range Rover.
Man, the LAPD somewhere probably watching, then watch this video so many times or watch so much of this shit. Like, I gotta say, man, people posting stuff on the internet do make like the police's job much easier. They got like a department here where I'm at that don't do nothing but look at social media stuff all day to, like, you know, get information and intel on people who committing crimes and doing shit in the streets.
That's 550. Stop playing with me. I'm not the one to play with. Just hated that I was in jail. The real is out of jail now. Y'all got some to compete with. Yeah, homie.
He went on to taunt his ops, telling them that he's outside and that they shouldn't even think about pulling up on him.
Outside, where you say I don't be at, I'm always outside. Who was that? It's outside. They like, man, that bitch ass on live right now. He think he's safe. We know where he at. Go pull up on him. Don't think about it.
Clearly, there was a lot of danger lurking in these LA streets, and it wouldn't be long until another person lost their life. Because on July the 8th, Indian Red Boy, the Blood who had been seen on IG Live with Capone after defacing Nipsey Hussle's mural, would be murdered in the most shocking way, being shot dead whilst on IG Live with Capone himself, quite literally being shot up on camera and dying in front of all of his followers. That footage is still circulating, but is far too violent to show you on YouTube. The war playing out on LA streets was a dangerous game, but thankfully, in between the death, disses and destruction, Draco was still finding the time to drop off fire music. His next album, Ain't That the Truth, would drop on July the 23rd. The project containing possibly my favourite Draco song, Flu Flammer Op, a certified banger that has Draco at his best, came with a music video that dropped later that month, where Draco once again showed off his beloved Rolls-Royce Dawn extensively. And on that song, Ralphie the Plug has some eyebrow-raising lyrics, seeming to take responsibility for Red Bull's murder, where he says, "Another one dead if you put your hands on this jewelry. All 12 said not guilty, you heard the jury." Draco would also appear to reference Indian Red Boy's graphic murder on IG Live in lyrics from the mixtape's opening track, Just Dance, where Draco raps, "Since they like Instagram so much they gon' die on it, 223 shells rocking in his head while he live streaming." So what?
Did y'all see that? Like, all right, so he just referenced to like a real situation that took place. I don't know if he gonna show it right here. Is he? Hold on, is that? No, that's Frosty. So Indian Red Boy actually was on like Instagram or something like that. Let me see. Hold on. Give me a second. I'll pull it up. He was live on Instagram. Open a new link. Let me see. He was live on Instagram when he actually got blamed or whatever. Let me see. Indian.
Die on it. 223 shells rocking.
Nah, hold on. Indian Red Boy. So Draco the Ruler was talking about it. I'm see how much of it do they show. They might not have shown that much. I did a video on it too. Let me see. Oh, here we go. Hold on.
Indian Red Hawthorne shooting video. Full rapper Indian Red Boy shot while on Instagram. Live California. Time CBS lost. Deceased shooting victim is the rapper whose real name was authority taking place. However, capture
these
video.
videos ain't showing it though. Damn. He was on like a live stream with somebody when it happened. I seen the video, but I can't find it. Fuck it. Let's go back to this video.
While Draco was dropping some of the best music of his career, it was coming out to a backdrop of escalating LA violence. On August the 10th, 2021, Inglewood members were targeted in a shooting where a car carrying Frosty and one of his friends was shot up and hit multiple times, crashing, with Frosty being hit and surviving, but his friend ultimately losing his life.
Well, more breaking news at this hour, this time in Inglewood, where police are investigating a double shooting.
There was a shooting here. 2 people sent to the hospital in critical condition off to a local trauma center. And you see this car that crashed. Looks like it's involved in the crash. It's unclear if the people inside were shot or if that's a suspect vehicle. We don't have any information about a suspect being in custody, but 2 people had to be transported to the hospital. Pretty serious shooting here with La Brea shut down.
Frosty would even go live following the shooting, still wearing all of his chains and continuing to gangbang on camera from the back of the ambulance.
Yeah, that's from the dead homies. Y'all know what the f going on. I feel like El Chapo, bitch. I'm flaming. New music coming soon. Watch out for that. Go follow me on Snowgirth TV. Oh, I can't feel nothing in my arm. I'm ready to get tatted. Dead homie, my whole shit numb. Oh, they had to make me a hand thing so I could throw up the B. I told them if I can't throw up the B on F Street, it's bad. No wheelchair for me on the hood. You know, I'm gonna purchase me some new legs immediately. Stop playing. 5,000 a leg on F Street. I can't even hold the phone in my right hand. I can still sock it on F Street. They gotta transport me by myself with extra security. Yeah, on F Street, my dingling still work on flaming. You think I don't got G-Wagons and shit following me? I don't think y'all can see it yet. I think we don't got the G-Wagons in the back and all the shits, Rolls Royces and all that. When you a rich, they treat you good, you feel me? They kept my chains for me.
With Frosty even telling an audience of IG followers that him and his homie Darby had 2 guns on them when they were attacked, but they didn't get to them in time.
All in the comments, I need to see FIP Darby. That's on the dead homies. We had 2 straps on us. Life had happened like that. We had 2 guns, and we still, it happened. Just caught us lacking. Sad.
While one Inglewood rapper was recovering from a tragedy, another was angling to escalate the beef with Draco. On August the 19th, 2021, Munchie B, the blind OG from Inglewood, who appeared in the Hood vlog alongside Red Bull, would release a Draco...
The blind OG. And there was that picture again that your boy... AK-47 posted.
On August the 19th, 2021, Munchie B, the blind OG from Inglewood, who appeared in the Hood vlog alongside Red Bull, would release a Draco diss song called The Truth Is The Truth, with the song's title being a play on the titles of Draco's mixtape series, which are all named after the truth in some way. On the song, Munchie B dissed Draco's brother Ralphie, saying that he stole his rap style from Frosty. He referenced Stink Team member Solo snitching during the Red Bull trial. He mocked Ketchy the Great for being hit by a car. He even disses Draco's young son, saying he's going to beat him up when he turns 18. A savage diss, but from here there would be much more musical activity coming from Inglewood. As also in August, word would spread of an upcoming collaboration track between Inglewood affiliates AZ Chike and Rucci and Louisiana rap legend Lil Boosie. This would lead Draco to publicly diss Lil Boosie for making songs with his op AZ Chike, with Draco saying Boosie has been picking the wrong people to work with and that he's now lost all respect for him. Though in all fairness, Draco seemed to have been sneak dissing Boosie ever since he got out of jail, with one of the first songs that he dropped after getting out being a track called Lil Boosie, where Draco says that his charges topped Lil Boosie's murder charges. AZ Chike would respond saying that Draco was trying to blackball him from the rap game and suggesting that Boosie just doesn't care about his opinion. And Chike would later post a story mocking Draco, suggesting that Boosie would never care about his opinion.
What y'all think that motive was? Like, what was the end result of telling Boosie you lost all respect for him? Was Boosie supposed to take his verse back? Was he supposed to be like, God darn it, Draco, you're right? He's quote unquote losing respect for somebody he's never met a day in his life. They never exchanged words. They didn't even have a prior relationship to what he said. We actually got a lot of mutuals, a whole lot of mutuals, bro. It's who just took a pic with him that I with. You don't see me saying I lost respect for them or none of that shit.
And Boosie himself would even later commentate on the situation in a DJ Vlad interview, ultimately saying Draco's beefs have nothing to do with him and don't influence who he's going to collab with. But Draco's anger about his ops getting a Boosie feature was minor in comparison to the explosion of beef he was about to release onto the LA rap scene. As on August the 20th, 2021, Draco previews a new song called Ingleweird on his IG Live. One song dissing the entire city of Inglewood. And people were all in the comments telling Draco to shoot the music video in Inglewood if he's really that tough, causing Draco to warn his ops not to be doing all that.
Shoot the video in Inglewood, tough guy. Y'all know what's up. Don't do all that on my shit.
Draco would go on to say once again that when people from Inglewood diss him, their OGs tell them to chill out because they know he'll go there and do something crazy.
Why you think when that bitch ass dissed me, was on that? You know why they was on him? Yeah, they was on him because they like, yeah, he gonna come through here. Yeah, stop running your mouth because you don't gotta deal with that when it's come through here and get to acting crazy.
The title of this video is How YG and Draco the Ruler Beef Got Deadly.
Draco would of course go on to diss Rucci and AZ Chike extensively, mainly focused on questioning their street credentials and financial stability.
What street shit is Chike doing? Nah, wait. What street shit is Rucci doing? Ah, wait. Cause wearing rags in video don't make you a street. How many bodies did it be? I'll wait. How many times did even been to jail? I'll wait. Have you went to jail for a traffic ticket? Suspended license, burglary, robbery, commercial burglary. Oh, okay. Nothing? Never been to the county? Okay. Yeah, 2,500, 5,000, 50. Yeah, 50. All right. What type of car drive? Okay. Do have cars. Okay. Pull up and slap one because you know what I really be on.
That very same day, Draco goes live again, dissing his ops, saying they never went to jail like him, and saying again that they're too broke to have cars.
Didn't make a song about the homie getting hit by cars and all type of shit, bro. Y'all didn't do that.
And a week later, on the 7th of September, Draco premieres the full-blown music video to his scathing diss track, Ingleweird. And it's got bar after bar mocking the entire city of Inglewood, saying that he's going to turn the whole of California against Inglewood, and that he plans on tying up and hanging his ops. He says he'll turn the suburbs of Inglewood to a gym factory, which honestly, I'm still not entirely sure what that means. Let me know in the comments if you know, it sounds bad. He calls Inglewood natives weenies. He says a lot of people in Inglewood are snitches. He disses Rucci and calls him poor. He disses AZ Chike in numerous lyrics, including one where he questions why he would join a gang at 25, and saying that he'll hang him up like a coat, as well as mocking AZ Chike and Rucci for still being cold in the music industry despite getting their feature from Lil Boosie. With this being a reference to the fact that their collab track Hood Rat still hasn't passed 400,000 views on YouTube. Draco also says on the song that he dropped 50 on a blind person, which seems to suggest that he was putting up money for a hit on Inglewood member Munchie B.
Munchie did. Hey, we just pointed it out in the last video that we reacted to, where Munchie B said that Draco put 50 bands on his head. He said, I dropped 50 on the blind nigga. He ain't see it coming. Keep the homie's name out your mouth or the white sheets be covered.
who was previously shot in the head and left blind. Draco goes on to rap that his ops are as sweet as buttercups and that he'll turn their ass to Reese's Pieces, with this being an apparent reference to a rumored prison incident, which may or may not have...
Not the peanut butter story again, man. Damn, even Draco was talking about the peanut butter.
...happened involving Munchie B, some peanut butter, and some pretty unpleasant things that I just don't even want to get into here. Draco ends the track with one final dose of disrespect, saying "Free Kells," a reference to that Stink Team member who was convicted of murdering Red Bull. Now, I personally think that after all of the drama with Draco fighting the cops and prosecutors, even after beating his case, it's pretty likely that the cops were watching his every move. And
the cops definitely was watching every move, but I believe, and I think a couple people in the chat believe the same thing, and I can remember the reaction to that Inglewood song. I ain't gonna diss the city of Inglewood because I'm not, but y'all seen the title of this. When he made that diss song to the entire city of Inglewood, I believe that's when he basically, his bed was made. Like, it was, I believe at that point, and I didn't think he was gonna get smoked, but I did believe that, you know, something was gonna happen to him, man. Like, I don't know, beat him up. So I don't know, like, it was so volatile and so much shit had happened. Blood had already been shed that I didn't really see no fighting happening though. But it did seem like it was gonna be a situation type where Draco was gonna run into these people, and he was like, you know, rest in peace to Draco. I ain't in a disrespecting the dead because I come from a different era where we didn't do that. But at the same time, man, Draco was popping it so much on the internet that I gotta say, like, some of what happened to Draco, we have to blame on some of his actions and some of the stuff that he was doing and saying on the net, like, just to keep it all the way authentic.
I've got no doubt that after the song Inglewood released, the police would have been aware that Draco had just made a public declaration of war on everyone in Inglewood and were probably keeping a close eye on him. And with that in mind, it's not massively surprising that only a day after Draco released Inglewood, he was arrested whilst riding in the back of an Uber. Draco would actually go live on Instagram whilst being pulled over by the police, with his son in the back of an Uber having a full-scale meltdown as to how the cops knew to target him in the back of a taxi.
You're getting detained for 148, delaying my investigation.
What is your investigation?
I already told y'all 10 windows. I don't have an ID, and I need to identify you. He gave me his ID. You're not giving me your ID.
I remember this live right here. Damn, I was tapped into all this shit.
But I'm asking you I'm back for a car, but now I want you to put the phone down, put your hands up here.
I'm on live. What are you talking about? I'm on live.
Okay, I don't care about being on live. I'm on live too.
All
See this? LAPD got me on live too.
I'll take it on. See that.
You can put the phone down. If you want to point the phone at me, that's fine.
All right.
I'm cool with that.
All right. I don't know what's going on right now, bro. This is crazy. I jumped in the Uber, bro, to pick up my son, bro. Literally.
By that, I want to have all units respond.
My son is in the car, bro. This is crazy, bro.
Approaching 251.
This is. Got my son with me in the car, bro. This is crazy, bro.
I'm asking you not to go in your pocket.
I'm putting my phone in my pocket, bro.
No, but I don't want you to go in your pocket.
What are y'all on, bro?
I'm not on anything. I'm not yelling or screaming or nothing.
Like, you asked the Uber driver, bro.
Like, ID. I asked you for your ID.
What's going on right now, bro?
And then when I asked for a backup, you wanted to give me your ID. And then I asked you to step out of the car. You told me no.
I didn't tell you. No, I said, what am I stepping out the car for?
Because we have the right to pull you out of the car. You didn't have an ID. At first, you didn't have an ID.
Because I just noticed it was behind my shit.
At first, you allegedly didn't have an ID. So I want to identify you.
This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. What the f is going on?
So I'm telling you right now, you're the one who's escalating this, and you're the one who's stating you have your kid in the car. I didn't want to do this in front of
bro, but you seen it. You was behind me, bro.
I can still pull you over. Your kid in the car or not.
What are you talking about, bro? What is going on?
So this is
be tripping. Just get out the car, man.
My supervisor here. I'm gonna tell you, my supervisor here, and then we got a couple more units in here. We're gonna ask you one more time to step out, and if you say no, then we're gonna do what we gotta do to get you out.
It's crazy,
and then I'm gonna take you out, and then I'm gonna take you to jail.
What the f is going on, bro?
Sir, let's not
So what? Why are y'all pulling me? What did I do for y'all to put me? Y'all put.
Hey, not for nothing though. I just want to show y'all this real quick. Man, I told y'all it wasn't gonna be long before people get that damn video. Like y'all see, I'm in there already laughing. The Detective AK-47 solves another murder before the police. Cleveland, Ohio blogger King AK-47 name drops Draco the Ruler's alleged killer. Man, listen, I told y'all it wasn't gonna be long.
I'm over an Uber driver, bro. What is going on? What is the?
Just get out of the car and we'll handle this.
Bro, what are you talking about?
Just give us a second. Boss, let's make this easy. It's not a big deal.
Bro, what the fuck are you? This is crazy, bro.
Let's do this the right way.
What are we doing, bro? Why? What is going on, though? Exactly, bro. Why are y'all pulling me over? He said that he pulled him over for tint windows. This is an Uber driver, bro. This has nothing to do. What is he talking about? Exactly.
We'll explain everything.
This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
Let's just make this real easy. You got a bunch of cops coming over here for nothing.
Man, just get out. I mean, I know it's
What are we dealing with, bro?
But just get out the damn. If this happened to y'all, just get out the car, man.
I'm gonna take your kid out of the car, okay?
What is going on, bro? Look. What is?
Hey, grab him first. We're gonna get the Uber driver out first. Hey, go ahead and grab the kid.
What the is going on right now, bro?
Yeah, everybody come.
What is going on?
He's in the seatbelt, Sarge.
What the is going on right now?
Come on, baby.
Hey, I don't know your name. What's your name? Huh? What's your name, sir?
My name, bro.
What's your name?
Daryl.
Daryl.
No, I don't, bro. But I don't understand why y'all doing this.
Daryl, just go with the program. That's it.
Man, I'm on live, bro. I'm on live, bro.
Daryl, just go with the program, bro.
On me, bro. I'm on live, bro. What are y'all doing, bro? Bro, what are you talking about, bro?
Don't fight us. Don't fight us, man.
Bro.
Yeah, he put the pictures.
What are y'all doing? I'm on live, bro.
Hey, Nino Black, yeah, he put the pictures up. Eric, that was, I mean, shit. He went far. Whatever Flakko do at this point ain't nothing compared to what the hell we just seen King AK. King AK off the hook for that. But I don't know if y'all remember or not, but he did the same thing to Muwap. They posted that in that post that I just showed y'all too.
Hold up, bro. Hold up. What are y'all doing, bro? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing, bro? What are y'all doing, bro?
Draco would later be seen being led away from the scene in handcuffs, being taken into custody with many speculating he'd been caught with another gun. Following this situation, Draco was taken to the station, he bailed out, and then went live on Instagram, suggesting that the ops are the ones snitching on him.
How many times have you ever seen that before? Pulling over Ubers. Pulled over an Uber. With my son in there. All they're gonna do is tell him, I know.
After this, Draco would go live once again, suggesting that somebody from Inglewood had something to do with his arrest, and saying that the ops are hoping that he gets beaten up in jail.
Then he like, oh yeah, well, then he talking about me getting a book yesterday. He talking about some, yeah, well, maybe because he made that diss song against the whole Inglewood, like this is a threat to me, bro. Like, what are you talking about, bro? You sound like the police. You talking about, if I wasn't worried, you got smacked, you think I'm worried about a diss song? Come on, bro. Well, man, and he said it's not always going to be the same as last time. And I know what people were saying. Oh, yeah, man, well, he was catching fades last time. Yeah, every time ain't the same. So if I was catching fades last time, so maybe it might be nice this time, bro. Maybe how you bitch ass, you talking about? 2 or 3 niggas. Yeah. Maybe since that died, bro, didn't want to fight me then. Maybe 2 or 3 might be bold enough to fight me then. You hear that? Snitch ass. Getting Ubers pulled over. Damn, fucking wrong with you?
Sadly, it was this moment when fans began to get concerned about Draco. A post on the subreddit Cali Banging, Reddit's premier community discussing California gang politics, saw a fan pondering Draco's toxic personality, suggesting this might be the reason that he's not going to make it out alive. Pointing out that more people like Draco than he even thinks in LA, but implying that he is sabotaging his own career by leaning into gang beefs when he should be focusing on his career after getting the industry boost that comes with working with a mainstream artist like Drake. Some suggested in the comments that perhaps it was Draco's lean addiction or PTSD from solitary confinement that had been clouding his judgment recently, with some going as far as to say that if Draco continues down this path, he's unlikely to see 2022. With hindsight, it's clear to see just how right these fans were. Draco essentially signed his own death certificate when he released Ingleweird, but perhaps he just couldn't see it through the muddy puddles of lean clouding his judgment. Naturally, a response to the song would be coming from Inglewood. Thankfully, this begun with back and forths in music rather than violence, with AZ Chike taking to Instagram Live on August the 25th, revealing his new Draco diss song Lil Stink Stink, with Draco raiding the chat on the IG Live personally to mock and threaten AZ Chike. Draco said people get smacked for speaking on the Stink team. He said Chike's own homies are warning him not to drop the song. He called the track garbage. He suggested that he had sent a request to join the live, which Chike had ignored and just let sit there, and leaving one final ominous comment saying everybody from Inglewood gets killed anyway. It's no wonder that the track got under Draco's skin, when the song itself included sampled audio of Draco being arrested in that Uber only days before. In response to the track, Stink Team member Money Monk apparently pulled up to AZ Chike's house looking for a fight.
Chike, where you at, bitch? I'm at your house. And it's your house, Chike? Where you at? Huh, where you at? Okay, check, Chike, or get in this month. Come outside and play, bitch. I'm gonna see your parking lot for like 20 minutes, mark ass.
In the days that followed, Draco would continue mocking his ops online. On August the 27th, he posted up on IG, wearing sunglasses and pretending to be blind, saying that he's doing the Munchie B challenge. Draco's latest disses had Redditors convinced that he would be dead soon, unless somebody stepped in and talked some sense to him. But since Ingleweird, the line had been crossed, and there really did appear to be no turning back for the Stink team now. On September the 8th, 2021, Money Monk would go on to drop the song Peanut Butter Booty Pack, a scathing Munchie B diss once again referring to that peanut butter incident. And a week after that, on September the 16th, 2021, Draco pulled up for an interview on No Jumper once again, this time speaking incredibly recklessly. He opens up by saying that he is a completely different person to who he was in the last interview, suggesting that in the last interview with No Jumper he was fresh out of solitary confinement and still suffering mental health challenges, saying that now after some recovery time, he's a cocky millionaire ready to hurt his ops' feelings.
See, I'm myself now, so it might be a little... this interview is different now.
You were saying that last time you were here...
I was fresh out of jail, bro. I just
different version of yourself?
Like, yeah, bro. I was inside there like fucking almost 30 months, bro. Like, it's different now, though. I'm a millionaire now. It's kind of different. I think that's what they mad about. Because everybody was laughing when I was in jail. Same way they was laughing when I was getting booked by the police.
In the interview, Draco would also reveal that he was once again booked for possession of a firearm by a felon after being arrested in that Uber.
But they didn't press any charges on you or anything?
No, yeah, they said...
oh, wait, they said they found a gun.
Felon with a firearm or something.
Draco would then go on to reference the Munchie B peanut butter incident once again, all while very diplomatic co-host AD tried to avoid saying anything that would escalate things, giving Adam...
I'm gonna put a poll in the chat about this Munchie B peanut butter situation. I want to know. I mean, cause it just keep coming up. Start that poll.
22 a strong eye to try and get him to move on to another topic, all while Draco was warning that the ops are going to be after Adam next.
Did you see the part where...
about the peanut butter?
No, peanut butter.
My bad.
Who got peanut butter?
That's a whole nother situation. They might come for you after Adam. Street shit. All right.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Stay away from it, Adam. I don't want to say nothing about peanut butter, whatever the f that is.
What would you do if somebody put peanut butter in your ass?
Oh my God. Well, it would really depend on the person.
Yeah, all right, we're just going to end this thing.
Okay.
We're not gonna touch on this, Adam, because
If my girl wanted to do that, I mean, it is what
What's
it
good,
is.
Stay away from
Brandon?
me, Adam. Okay, leave it alone, bro.
Jesus Christ. All
see,
right.
that's why I told you, man. Are y'all gonna be ready for me today?
Hey,
Because,
that's good.
You feel me?
Gina's telling me not to engage with this. I don't know what it is. She's just like, stay out of this,
Hey.
Adam.
Hey,
I look, Adam.
LA. It's a complicated
You know
place.
me, bro. I don't care.
But Draco wasn't done clowning Munchie B or dragging Adam 22 unwillingly into LA gang politics, as Draco proceeds to ask Adam what he would do if a blind person said they were after him.
Hey, if somebody that can't see said that they was gonna like slide on you, how would that happen? Like, you blind. I'm just wondering this. Like, how are you gonna like do anything if you blind? You can't see. You can't even
blind.
drive. Okay, nobody. Nobody important. This is crazy.
I don't know.
My bad. I know the truth.
From him.
Now, I ain't saying Munchie B can drive. I ain't saying he can slide on somebody. But I damn sure believe that Munchie B got some type of... I mean, he probably is legal... Well, no. I believe that he is legally blind. But the man got a whole phone. And sometimes y'all see he be having his phone. I mean, it be close as hell to his face. Like, Munchie B can see something.
Here, a confused Adam says that he often doesn't know exactly what people are talking about when they make inside references on his podcast, with Adam inferring that he didn't know what YG was talking about when he came on No Jumper and said that his crew are really gonna get his ops, with Draco clapping back and saying YG isn't really tough.
Sometimes I feel like people are talking in innuendo on my podcast and I'm kind of like not in the loop. Remember the YG interview?
Oh, yeah, I don't know anything about that.
I didn't really like get
No,
that there
I
were
seen that,
coded
though, like-
messages in there that you would feel a way about.
Nah, it wasn't no coded messages because people are not like that, so it don't even matter.
That's kind of like what he said.
Yeah.
Naturally, the conversation would eventually turn to Inglewood, with a newly cocky Draco the Ruler leaving nothing off the table. He started by saying that he has enemies that don't gangbang, but represent Inglewood and are united in hating him, ultimately saying that he will never resolve his issues with Inglewood.
That don't gangbang, bang Inglewood like it's a gang. Like Inglewood, and if you beef with anything over here, we gonna have each other back.
Well, I hope all that shit gets resolved.
Never.
And Draco goes on to say that his ops aren't really killers, saying they don't own guns and their threats against him are not valid.
Do not be like that, Adam. I'm telling you, bro. Like, cause we be laughing and joking about the situations. Be like, I'ma kill you. Like, you don't even own a gun.
And finally,
man, this is crazy, man. This is a classic case of never underestimate your ops, man. Never underestimate anybody. Never take shit for granted, man. For real, never take shit for granted. Like, you know, Draco the Ruler, his personality or his persona was very nonchalant. And, you know, he casually talked about his enemies not having straps and not having weapons and not being like that, man. And at the end of the day, man, that could have, I don't know his mindset that night. I don't know why he, you know, moved the way that he moved that night, but some people would actually say that, you know, he possibly underestimated the people who he considered his opposition.
Finally, Draco would end the interview by saying free kills.
You got any last words?
Yep, free kills.
Once again, not all of Draco's fans were pleased at his latest appearance. Redditors on Cali Banging would come out to say they were annoyed at what they described as Draco's arrogant street god persona, with some pointing out that his ego had gotten out of control and saying that he finally got a second chance at life, beating his case, and yet now he's deciding to go straight back into the dark depths of LA gang politics. These are statements that would echo earlier concerns from Draco's fans that his destructive and confrontational attitude would end in tragedy. But at this point, the wheels were in motion, and Draco's path into one of the most dangerous situations that the gang lifestyle has to offer would now be unstoppable. A few days after his No Jumper appearance on September the 19th, 2021, Draco would speak again in an IG story, saying that the Bloods actually like him apart from the ones in Inglewood.
Oh, bless me. Northern Cali Bloods. No, let me scratch that. South Central Bloods. Compton Bloods, Pasadena Bloods, San Diego Bloods, Bakersfield Bloods, Northern Cali Bloods, Stockton Bloods, Sacramento Bloods. Just one group of individuals who don't like me. Crazy, ain't it?
And a few days after that, on September the 22nd, Munchie B drops another diss track called Last Lap, dissing both Draco and Nipsey Hussle, whose mural was vandalized by Capone. Eventually, more of Draco's enemies would come out to dispute things he'd said. AZ Chike addressed Draco claiming that he joined a gang at 25 in an Innovators interview.
What can I gain from joining a gang at 25 that I already got right now?
Chike would go on to say that Draco has issues with his homies, not him, but it wouldn't be realistic to be cool with Draco, considering the history with Inglewood.
That is some problems he got going on with the homies. They got nothing to do with me, and that's why he mad, because I with him and I'm loyal to him.
In conclusion, Chike would say that he believes that Draco is simply hating on them.
It ain't no beef, it's a bitch and he be hating, like, it's weird.
The day after that dropped, Draco would continue putting his pressure on Inglewood, posting a document purporting to be proof that Frosty had snitched. Then on October the 14th, 2021, Rucci and AZ Chike pull up to No Jumper for their own interview, with Rucci mocking Draco for making the song Ingleweird a song all about dissing AZ Chike, when Chike isn't actually from Inglewood originally.
Adam interviewed YG, then Adam interviewed Draco the Ruler, then he interviewed AZ Chike. Man, you gotta be careful with what you do with this content, man. Basically, those interviews actually added, I mean, it was already a bunch of shit going on anyway, so I'm not necessarily placing blame on No Jumper or Adam 22, but I'm just saying, though, they help keep the flame going. You know, these interviews help instigate certain shit because, like I said, YG never talked about the dude besides when, you know, questions came up on No Jumper. I mean, this is the shit that people be talking about with Adam and No Jumper.
Song called Ingleweird, and it's about him.
What's up,
He
fam,
not
West?
from Inglewood.
They would go on to say that everybody in the Stink team sucks at rapping, apart from Ketchy and Draco, who they say is hanging on by a thread.
It ain't rap because them can't rap. Well, there's only one over there that can rap, and he hanging on by a straight.
Who over there?
Little fat boy, little fat girl, he straight. Like, you know what I'm saying? He do his thing time to time. The only other over there that was really greasy, very talented, like really some shit, RP was Catchy.
Chike also appeared in a bootleg Kev interview, saying Draco is simply mad that him and Rucci's careers heated up, and saying that he's only mad because they turned him down for a feature whilst he was still in jail.
What the hell happened with Draco the Ruler? Because don't you guys have mutual people involved in each of y'all situations? So where did things go left?
He don't like that we hot.
When he was in jail though, he wanted on there though. I told him no, because I f***ed Inglewood, and that was it.
Rucci went on to say that his entire hood didn't get on with Draco.
My city, I'm from Inglewood, we don't get along, bro, as a whole, you feel what I'm saying? So, oh, you just doing that because you with them. Nah, it's the homie being loyal, bro.
Right.
You feel me? But nah, we just with nothing over there. They keep hating and keep saying something about us, so it's like, we gotta give them a little attention.
Ultimately claiming not to be happy about the Inglewood song and saying it sucks.
What'd you think of it, like as a song?
That shit was not.
All right, we're gonna fast forward this.
This is a fair fight soon swells into a mob brawl as dozens more people appear to face the venue. Draco had apparently. For now, Draco and the Stink team would be more focused on music and money, spending time performing on their Long Live the Great tour, dedicated to the memory of Ketchy the Great through September and October, with Draco eventually playing a big December 12th show on the bill for LA's Rolling Loud Festival. This was a big opportunity for Draco to perform in front of a crowd of tens of thousands of fans. It must have been an enormous moment for Draco's career, to have beaten the death penalty and a life sentence, getting out and overcoming the trauma of years in solitary confinement, and building up your rap career to the point where you've got thousands of adoring fans screaming his lyrics at the top of their lungs. Getting to this point was an incredible achievement for Draco that's nothing short of amazing. But the sad fact is, this show would be the last one that Draco would ever play. On December the 18th, 2021, Draco was set to perform his next show at the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival. He arrived to the venue in his iconic Rolls-Royce Dawn and an incredibly small entourage who were meticulously searched and stripped of any weapons upon arrival at the venue. Draco had apparently been given a maximum of 15 wristbands for his entourage, which in the end only stood 6 people strong, plus just one lone security guard. It was around 8:30 p.m. when things went left. Draco, Ralphie, and others engaged in a scuffle, as apparently somebody in the distance shouted, "Fuck the stink team, fuck Draco," with the stink team immediately set to square up and squabble with their opposition. Draco, Ralphie, and others begin to engage in a scuffle, but what begins as a fair fight soon swells into a mob brawl, as dozens more people appear to face off with the stink team in a fight. According to witnesses, the attackers are apparently blood members. The mob of attackers, mostly wearing red, descend on the stink team, apparently hollering the famous blood chant, "Sue Woo." This gang of bloods was later described as being around 40 to 60 people strong, having the stink team only 6 men strong, massively outnumbered. With individuals at the scene notably being seen wearing 400 merch, the record and clothing label of blood rapper YG, who had allegedly arrived at the venue with his entourage shortly before this scuffle broke out. Footage of the altercation would later surface online, which despite being very chaotic, if slowed down and observed carefully, does appear to show the moment when Draco the Ruler is stabbed. These clips are far too violent to show you on YouTube, but if you want to see a full frame-by-frame breakdown of what happened in the footage, you can see that on my Patreon. Slow motion footage circulating after the incident breaks down this short 20 seconds of fight footage in excruciating detail. Before the stabbing takes place, you can actually see somebody in a black ski mask being handed an object that looks like a knife. As the fight goes on, Draco's outnumbered crew are rushed back by the mob of bloods and separated from Draco. At this point, the individual who was earlier handed an object appears to swing a knife at Draco, with Draco putting out an open hand to block the blade. His use of an open palm to protect himself is notable because it suggests that he could see a blade coming towards him rather than a fist, which would have elicited a closed knuckle guard. From here, the camera pans to the right, and we don't see Draco being stabbed directly. However, from the audio, it appears as if somebody is shouting he has a knife, as we see what appears to be Stink Team members fleeing through a nearby gate. As they run, it sounds like somebody says, "We got him," perhaps a sign that the fatal stab to Draco's neck had just been administered. And while nothing more of this large rumble is seen in the clip, later more footage would emerge, seeming to show Draco the Ruler receiving medical attention as he lays on the ground bleeding from his neck. Draco would be transported from the venue to the hospital in critical condition, sadly being pronounced dead as a result of his stab wounds around midnight, roughly 4 hours after the altercation.
Chaos at a packed concert featuring rap legends like Snoop Dogg and Ice Cube. A person was stabbed and police have shut down the show.
Well, a man is reported dead after being stabbed at a concert in Exposition Park last night. TMZ is reporting the victim was rapper Draco the Ruler. It happened around 8:30 last night during the Once Upon a Time in LA Music Festival being held at the Bank of California Stadium.
Draco's family and friends were left heartbroken after his tragic passing, as were the wider hip-hop community. The godfather of LA rap Snoop Dogg mourned the city's loss and described leaving the festival grounds as soon as he heard what had happened to Draco, choosing not to perform. Tory Lanez would come out to say that there will never be another artist like Draco, and Drake would remember how Draco had always lifted up his spirit with his energy. Draco's brother Ralphie would share an eerie story of his own, saying only 2 days ago, Draco had rapped a lyric about God saving a bed for him because he's coming soon. Meanwhile, despite being upset, many of Draco's fans over on Reddit's Cali Banging were hardly surprised at his passing, with one commenter saying that Draco had been manifesting his own death with his own behavior ever since he'd gotten out of jail, suggesting that drug use, ego, and untreated PTSD, combined with a never-ending tendency to provoke his ops, and keeping nothing but yes men around him, ultimately meant that Draco's death was inevitable. But while Draco's friends and fans were mourning, looking for answers, Draco's ops would naturally be celebrating on social media. Many were turning his provocative lyrics and catchphrases against him, posting pictures of Draco with captions like, "He's never coming back and that's that," as well as mocking members of the Stink Team for running off on Draco and not shooting back. Of course, Draco's top op Munchie B tweeted for Draco to rest in piss, later posing on Instagram with a knife, mocking Draco for being stabbed in the neck.
Stab him in the neck, you wanna take it there?
And Munchie B would go on to remix Draco's Ingleweird, combining his diss song with footage of Draco dying, and going on to put up a story pointing out that both Draco and Nipsey Hussle both spoke on his name in a disrespectful manner and both died slowly. It's no wonder that Munchie B was happy about Draco's passing, considering his close friendship with Red Bull, and just how disrespectful Draco had been to Munchie in some of his songs. Sadly for Draco, the man who famously rapped that fights don't matter would end up outnumbered and unarmed in a fight that would ultimately take his life. It's a sad ending that I wouldn't wish on my worst enemy. And while fans all over LA and the world mourn the loss of an incredible artist, that sadness would pale in comparison to what Draco's family were going through at the time. Draco's mother vowed to...
Man, listen, this... Like I said, man, this shit been all over the internet. I mean... I don't know what this is, though. This is a brother. Look, watch this. Look, this shit been all over the internet. Hold on, I want y'all to see this part.
G and his crew were responsible for Draco's death, Draco's neck during that fight, pushing ahead with a lawsuit against Live
Now
Nation.
listen to this
Live
shit right
Nation
here.
may very well bear some of the blame regarding the circumstances that caused Draco to lose his life that day. But ultimately, the true responsibility lies with the killer who swung the knife and inflicted a fatal blow on Draco's neck during that fight. Following the announcement of Draco's death, the police apparently had 0 suspects, but that doesn't mean that the streets weren't talking, as Draco and Stink Team affiliate K7 would go live to the world saying that he believed that YG and his crew were responsible for Draco's death and blaming his security for providing the murder weapon.
I'm speaking facts, bro. YG a real life bitch. Bro, I'm so mad, bro, on my mama, bro. YG did some hoe shit, bro. And if I see Cuz, I'ma slap the shit out. We fighting big ass security. You got your security guards fight. Come on, bro. That shit ain't cool, bro. On my mama, bro. They got the big ass ball security guards snuck in knives, all type of weird shit. Let them come 70 thick, but only told us we only can bring 15 people, bro. That don't make no sense, bro. You only told us we can bring 15 people, but let them bring 100 people, bro. YG can't perform in LA no more, bro. Hey, bro, YG a real bitch, cuz. He knew Draco was gonna take his spot, cuz really set the whole shit up, bro. This shit was a setup from the start, bro. Bro, these were ready for war, bro. YG can't perform in LA no more. So, you know what I'm saying? As soon as he came, it went bad, basically. Like, know what they was doing, bro.
Ultimately, at this time, it's unclear exactly who was responsible for Draco the Ruler's murder. His death was a huge loss for the LA music scene. His unique style and outspoken personality made him one of the most impactful artists to come out of the city over the last decade. But the real truth is that Draco was moving reckless and risking his life with his zero fucks given attitude to the LA gang scene. He maintained his innocence for around 3 years during the Red Bull case, fighting the death penalty in earnest. An innocent man being persecuted for his
All right, we off of that. It was this other video clip, man, since we reacting to shit and watching shit, man. It was like on Back on Fig. I want to say, I think it was here it go. It was last night. Flakko was on there.
And you're saying, your story said you have information, right, about someone's murder,
yes,
and someone's pending arrest.
Yes. Yeah,
but you're not prepared to share any names, let anybody know what. Are you still gathering information, or you got everything signed, still delivered?
I feel like everybody already knows, but reason why I'm gonna kind of save it, I'm dropping a video probably Friday where I'm gonna walk through it. Now, here's the thing, okay? I've been hinting towards this, I think, since December. Right? I've been hinting towards, there's a RICO coming. All right? Is going to involve some people that we love. You feel me? Now, everybody was like, oh, it's talking about, like a no jumper employee. No, I'm not saying a no jumper employee, right, is going to get arrested. I'm saying there's a RICO coming of somebody that we love who's associated with what we got going on. All right? Now, this death that I'm talking about is something that is probably one of the greatest unsolved mysteries, I feel like, in LA history. And the reason why I believe that this person's death has not resulted in any arrest yet is because LAPD don't like him, right? Like LAPD, when they were alive, found every reason to fuck with this person. When he was innocent, they came and tried to fuck with him, all right? So because, he kind of defeated LAPD, right? He defeated LAPD. They don't fuck with him. So they're not really incentivized to solve his death. But what I was told was, the real reason why they haven't made an arrest yet is because, one, there's really no rush. There's really no rush to do it. They kind of already have who they have in place already. And they're building something bigger, right? This was a conspiracy with dozens of people, all right? And there's a lot of names that need to come in. And, they want one big fish. The one big fish they care about, I was told they don't really have enough on him right now to really bring him in. But that one big fish, man, hey, bro, if I'm you, man, don't do the Lil Durk path, man. How Lil Durk waited until his homies got booked
to then try to catch a flight to like Dubai, but the Fed said, nigga, come here, bro. All right. We ain't arrested you yet, but we're not letting you go to no Dubai. And they arrested Dirk, and they got a like a criminal complaint to put Lil Durk in jail. So this rapper in the LA area, just know, man, like they coming, they're looking for you, they're after you. If I'm you, man, I'm moving to Russia, because if these folks had it their way, man, you're gonna spend the rest of your life in prison, right?
Oh, so you're saying the bigger fish is an artist?
Yeah. Facts.
And you're saying you know that someone was murdered, but the murderer is not the bigger fish.
No. They're trying to tie the bigger fish into a grand conspiracy. I know that for a fact. But again, like that's been the holdup, right? The person who did it, they're not really like, they already like got him like hook, line, and sinker. There's no rush. If you knew the circumstances, you would say there's no rush to even get that person in custody. There's no rush there because they obviously already got him, all right? But the bigger fish is the reason why they're building this conspiracy, and they're not rushing to just get somebody they already got because, you know, they've already got him, if that makes sense, right? So that bigger fish, though, that's the holdup. They're trying to build this like, you feel me, like this grand conspiracy. Now, here's the thing, though. When I put out what I said, people and how they were reacting, there was not a street dude in LA that was shocked, right? Because niggas was coming to me like, oh, man, hey, man, you about to say it? Hey, man, we want to see this. Because this is an open secret. The person who did it has been openly bragging about it, right? You know, like they claim this as a trophy, right? This is not no shocker for them, right? Like, you know, like we all like already know who did it. But fortunately for them, I didn't know sooner, right? My source came from the actual police. And then once I got my source, I had to cross-identify and figure out what's going on. And then I got the full story. All right. But I know for a fact 100% who murdered that person. I know for a fact.
Without a shadow of a doubt, 100%.
100% I know who murdered that person. Right. I know who did it. I know for a fact why the police have not made an arrest yet. And people, for some reason, man, are upset about it. I'm like, hold on. Why do we want murderers to run free? Right? If we all are acknowledging that somebody killed somebody and we know they killed somebody based off some hate and shit, then why wouldn't we want that person locked up? Now, I'm not trying to get nobody locked up. I just feel like my job as a journalist is to say, listen, the police got you. Here's the paperwork where they got you. I'm just giving the information the police got. Now, I feel like as a street nigga.
So what you really doing is notifying the public that they've actually found who they've been looking for. That's just what you're saying your job is.
The fans have been wondering what's going on, what's the update. I'm letting them know. No, the world already know who killed that person. It's kind of like here, right? Like the Tupac situation. All right. The world knew who killed Tupac, but for some reason, like Las Vegas PD was just, you know, like dragging their feet.
Man, what y'all think, man? This shit crazy as hell. Somebody said this nigga telling motherfucker he talked to them folks, shaking my head. Damn, man. Keep in mind, y'all, innocent to proven guilty. Flakko dressed like a vegan candy and nobody eat. Man, oh man. Wait. Ain't double talking. They don't fuck with Draco. So, okay, they don't care about the Rico. Man, this shit crazy as hell, man. I tell you, man, content then went to a whole nother level.
I'm not about to allow another Tupac situation. I'm letting people know this is who did it. The police know who did it. The world
hasn't known. The world don't know. The world didn't know who did it. The ghetto knew. Who? The ghetto.
The world did not know, bro.
But the world don't know. The ghetto knows, but
wait, the Tupac or
Tupac? The world did not know,
bro. He did an interview with Black TV, like letting the world know that he did it. Like
I mean, at that point,
he wrote a book.
Point, yes, but it was
T-Rail trying not to say nothing crazy, But T-Rail was talking about people didn't know about that Draco situation. He wasn't talking about. I don't think he was talking about the Tupac situation.
30 years before that came out.
Listen, he wrote a book, right?
There's 30 years go by before that happened, though. It wasn't like the world knew in 2005 and 2010.
Not the world knew when detective dropped the recording of his I forgot what it's called, like his proffer, right? Is he dropped the recording of Keefe D confessing this, and like he confessed this when like he got like booked for like the drug charges, and they told him, yo, listen, just tell us what you know about the death of Biggie Smalls and Tupac, and you get I think it's like we can't use nothing you said here against you. And he told them all that information. For some reason, people felt like they were too terrified to actually make a report. Can you imagine if there was somebody as brave as me during that era who would have made a video saying, yo, he did it?
Why you?
When did you find out though, T-Rail?
When did I find out?
With the hair. How long have you been knowing who the killer was? Again, don't really give no details, no clues. Just give a time frame. A year, 2 years, 10 years, right when it happened. How long have you been knowing who the killer was?
What kind of question is that to ask somebody? Hey, y'all, what kind of question is that? T-Rail shouldn't even answer that. Like, what kind of question is that to ask somebody? Like, I don't know who the killer is. Like, how long have you known who the killer is? A year, 2 years? Like, what the fuck?
We like couldn't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Bro, you keep breaking up.
I'm breaking up still?
Yeah. What, like, now we can hear you. Like what, like a year, 10 years, what?
No, I can't tell you that, man. But I just know niggas been knowing, man.
Damn. Wait, though. I'm confused, though, bro. Wait, I'm confused, though. So niggas been knowing what's been going on, right? But then I make a post and niggas acting like I'm the police. How I'm the police when niggas when the entire city knows who did it?
Man, these niggas just need something to talk about, man. That's all they finna do, man. The niggas that's calling you doing content. That's all it is, man.
Nah.
You doing content, but you are the police. You know what I'm saying? Because you finna point niggas to the right direction. That's all it is, bro. You are the police. This been happened long time ago. The ghetto know what's going on because there was 30, 40, 50, 60 motherfuckers there. How could the ghetto not go? How could the ghetto not know? These niggas, that shit traveled like a fucking wildfire. It was going crazy. Niggas still going walking the goddamn street. Ain't nobody say nothing. Nobody want to figure it out. So it could be some shit like you said. The police don't want to figure it out. The police don't give a fuck because you didn't already beat the system a couple times. So fuck him and that murder. You know what I'm saying? And if the internet ain't pressing the line, then oh well. Because usually they press the line on shit when the internet detectives start getting into shit. And right now,
that's what's about to happen.
You're finna.
Okay, that's what's about to happen. The internet detectives have gotten the case. The case has came across the desk of every internet sleuth on YouTube, Instagram, and every other social media platform that's going to cover this. And so I believe, and this is what I was saying in my video earlier, I believe that the conversation is going to be so loud that it's going to force the hand of the Los Angeles Police Department to actually either come out and make a statement, and as well as which will lead to, and I'm not saying it's going to be in this week, I'm not saying it's going to be in 2 weeks, I'm not saying it's going to be this month coming up, but ultimately an arrest is going to happen in this case if, in fact, this conversation remains viral. If this conversation doesn't go anywhere, like the FBG Duck conversation or like the Mo3 conversation where people begin to like talk about it, and you got like sectors of the internet that's all they talk about is those cases, there's going to be an arrest made in this particular situation. It's coming. The writing is on the walls. Too much, like we had a YouTuber we just reacted to who had pictures and names that go with them pictures and details of who did what, who allowed knives inside the, you know what I mean? Like,
Lead the pack of the internet detectives, and soon as you do that, this motherfucking fire is gonna be so crazy. It's gonna be like that
Let me ask you
Malibu
this.
fire, like that Palisade fire. It's gonna go crazy.
But will Flacco catch heat for this? Is he like a snitch? Is he?
Man,
People gonna be on it like?
Yeah, I'm a snitch. Yeah, yeah, nigga.
Oh yeah, he's a snitch for sure.
Listen, damn right. Listen, damn right, I'm a rat, nigga. I don't care. But right, damn right. Listen, bruh. I feel like people at this point is like, who's the rat? Like the niggas who've been bragging and talking about this and admitting to doing it, or the nigga who found out from the police and is saying, hey, bruh, this what I know, my nigga. If you did it, hey, man, if you did it, man, cut that ankle monitor up and get out of Dodge, nigga.
I don't think he's gonna get a lot of slack from him. He's gonna get a lot of slack from one area. From the other area, from the fans that he's talking about, like they're gonna love him.
Hey, make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. Subscribe up if you ain't subscribed to the channel, man. Y'all already know we dropped that dope content over here at the Ruler Report, man.
They're gonna love him unconditionally if Flacco actually figures this out and he's correct. He's gonna be loved. They might start putting, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna put the hashtag of what they already put for this man, dog. But they're gonna love Flacco, bro, unconditionally, because no one has came out and said this shit.
Flacco happy as hell. Like the attention that Flacco is getting from this entire conversation, like all he can see right now is dollar signs, bruh. Like he knows, Flacco knows what he's doing. Flacco is not stupid. Flacco knows the internet and how the algorithm works. He's shown that over and over again. He knows he has something in his hands where not only will he make one video about this Draco the Ruler situation, not only can he get interviews off of this Draco the Ruler situation, but he also can create a lot of content on his own platform dealing with this whole entire case, man. Like, the play is set. The content is dropping. It's coming out. Be ready. Friday it's dropping. I probably ain't even gonna be able to react to it like I want to, because you know what I mean? I got some obligations Friday, but it's coming.
Not even his siblings. You hear me? So
crazy, right?
It's finna be crazy, bro. I'm finna be waiting too, because I want to react to it too. You know what I'm saying? Because I got a rebuttal.
Hold on, bro.
I got a rebuttal.
Hold on real quick. Hold on, man.
What?
Because listen.
I can't wait.
Because I'm real, bro. A lot of LA reaction channels have DM me and hit me up saying, man, hey, bro, when that shit dropping, bro? So niggas,
they can't wait.
Who know the information, niggas who know the information don't want to say it themselves. They want for me to say it, so now they can.
So they can add on to
when
it.
This shit drop, listen, when this shit drops on T-Rail, this is gonna feed LA content for probably like what, a year? Because
you gotta be so detailed to where when those other LA YouTubers and bloggers get into it, they can't mix your story up. Because there's going to be a lot of stories being mixed up, and then people's not going to know who to believe. So we don't know who to believe once these motherfuckers start going into their stories and their accounts of what happened, who was there, who wasn't there, this story isn't true. Then at that point, niggas gonna be like, man, this shit trash. This is not even real. This is not legitimate. You feel me? So when you break this down, it's gonna have to leave like no shadow of a doubt that this story is true. So I can't wait to see it.
Hey, but though, like, bro, like, and the reason why though, like, it's kind of like it's gonna be like surreal, because I feel like nobody has ever put like a face. Like, it's one thing to say like certain names, but I have the nigga face. Like, yo, this the nigga who did it. And it's somebody, like, for the most part, that ain't really cracking like that. Right? Right? That this is like an introduction to like a new character in this space. Right? You feel me? And it's like, yo, I'll be real, man. I don't know why I gotta be the bad guy every time, but I'll be real, man. Yo, T-Rail, when I drop this, give it a view prediction first day, man.
250. No, 400,000.
Not 250
I'll give
seems
it
right.
First day, 24 hours.
First day, first day give you 100K, and then after that, it's gonna hit 1 million.
Man, Flakko licking his chops. He said 1 million, 100K first. Okay. That's he over there counting like, okay, that's probably like a little over 1K. That's like a band. Okay, that's like 1,000 right there. Then he hit that 1 million. I might get close to 10 off of that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm telling you, it's a money play. He knows that this shit is gonna go viral.
It'll hit anywhere between 500 to 1 million.
Okay.
And
you gonna roll out some clips before? Some teasers?
Nah, fuck
some
them clips, nigga.
Hey, I'll be real because we dropped this shit when? We dropped this at like 4, right? Yeah. Listen, what I'm gonna do for our Friday episode, right? I'm gonna drop the teaser and the trailer in the beginning of the Friday episode at 4. Wait for it to drop and then drop the video at 5. Right. You feel me? But I'll be real though. It's kind of fucked up that we doing a view prediction here when somebody's life is at risk right here. Yo, right? Yo, like
no. But like I'm saying, it's not fucked up to a certain extent because what you're doing is letting the people know what nobody has ever let the people know, and you kind of giving people closure on a situation that they wanted closure for. Mm-hmm. You're giving them closure to a certain extent, and then if it picks up, then it's the amount of closure you're gonna have if this person gets convicted of whatever this crime may have been, then closed case. Then I think you've done a good job. You feel me, on your part, on that person's fans' part. You know what I mean? That's on the fans. The ghetto, of course, is not gonna like you. His enemies, of course, they not gonna like you, man. You feel me? But at this point of who you are, like me, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, yo, bro. I was in Vegas, right? And I'm walking out this spot called.
All right, man. I'm gonna fall off of that. All right, man. Listen, nigga. Weird 100. You know what I mean? I just had to go live, man. Give y'all some content. Like I said, I didn't do a lot of content the last 2-3 weeks. I was getting my basement finished. I'm remodeling the house that I'm living in. And anticipating I'm gonna finish this one, get it to where I want it at, then I'm gonna move to the next one and do the same thing to that one. So I got a lot of, things that I'm taking care of at this house right now, man, trying to get the most out of it that I can. So it took me a while to get that under the way. So I'm back. We dropping content. I'll be doing some live streams, and as well as I'll be dropping commentary content. Y'all know how I do, man. But get in the comment section, talk about this shit, man. I appreciate everybody that was tapped in. Shout out to all my mods, Drew V, and everybody that was in the chat chopping it up, man. This situation ain't going nowhere though, man. This situation is not going nowhere. Somebody said, "What if Munchie B lied the whole time? If the police know who did it, nobody got arrested, yet pimp fate left go right." Maybe. We gonna see. Somebody else said, crazy how they all cheesing talking about getting niggas locked up and shit. Right. Steffi Weffy, what's up? That's a bless for sure. Even babe able to remodel. Okay. Ella Rose, what's going on? Peace. Shout out to you. Shout out to Fan West. Fan West asked me a question back here and I meant to answer. I think you asked me, did I believe that he got set up? Draco the Ruler, yeah, I do believe that he got set up for sure. Shout out to Flower Bloom as well, man. Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. That nigga ain't our people. Drew. He's definitely one of them people from overseas. All right, but get in the comment section. Let me know what's up, man. Y'all already know what it is, man. Shout out.